Yeah, hello team, good evening. So today we are going to discuss about actions, action types and action reasons and how it is going to be useful in our Oracle HCM implementation, um, in our global HR implementation. Okay. So what are the different types of actions in general is like a hire an employee. Hire is an action, transfer of an employee, promote or termination. So these are all built-in or seeded actions by Oracle. Okay. So sometimes you want to configure your own action by copying the existing seeded action. Okay. Suppose in your company, they want to say that instead of hire an employee, um, they don't want to say it as an employee. They want to say as an associate, hire an associate. But inside, what is the action that will trigger? That will trigger the action is hire an employee only. So same thing, we cannot create new actions, but we can copy that existing action and you can rename that one and you can create a customized action according to your client requirement. Okay. So what is our client going forward? So what is our client going forward? My client is JPMorgan. Okay. I have taken JPMorgan as my client so that I want to explain each and every topic for the particular client called JPMorgan, so that you also take one primary client, like you take one primary client, so that you should think like that is our current project. Okay, you can explain more with respect to the current project. Okay, everybody you select one client. Okay, and you take that one. So let us see what is our overview. Whenever a worker's employment or assignment record is created or changed in Oracle HCM Cloud, like a hire, promote, or manager change or termination, the system records what happened using an action. Okay, it will record. Okay, let us take an example. You will be having a name of the action in the employment page. Go to my client groups, person management. Okay, to 7799. Okay, so this is one action. Now you select one thing which is active. So what is the action happened here? So what is the action happened here?
Rehire an employee.
How come you know it's a action rehire an employee? Because there is a field called action. So what is the action happened here is rehire an employee. Okay. So now you can take this as a base action or seeded action from Oracle and you can customize this one. Okay, you can customize this one. Okay, let us take, I will search for another employee. So what is the action here for this particular record? So what is the action here?
Resignation.
It's a resignation. So there are multiple type of actions would be there, like hire, terminate, transfer, promote. So we can see what are the type of actions here. Okay. And now for this particular record, 7798, once this particular resignation completed, if you rejoin, it's a rehire. So this is the current active payroll. Now click here. So again, it's a rehire an employee. So there are two type of actions. One is resignation and another one is a rehire. So you can say that there are two type of actions here for two records here. So first of all, we should know what is meant by actions, what are the type of actions we are having, and action reason. So here he has not provided any kind of action reason. So now in this class, we are going to configure action reasons and how to associate action reasons to the particular action. Okay. Sometimes while we hiring, you will see different hire actions with different names that are customized hires. Okay, I'll show you here. New person, hire an employee. So here CS hire. CS hire is what? CS hire is a customized action. Hire is a normal action given by Oracle. You cannot delete this one. It's a seeded action. Whereas CS hire is a customized action created by somebody else, consultant, some consultant. Okay, now we will go to action type, action and action reason. First of all, we will see the theoretical part. So action type. So a predefined category that identifies business process behind a change and determine what the application does when action is selected. Okay, action types cannot be created by customers. Okay, so action types cannot be created by customers. These are the seeded, means only Oracle will give you and you have to select that one. Action. So action is like something like hire, promote, transfer, terminate. So all these things comes as a part of action. So what happened? Okay, an action reason. So why it is happening? Suppose we want to hire an employee. So why you want to hire an employee? Anything like business expansion or like filling a position. So if you go to hire, so hire reason would be there. Hire a permanent position. Suppose if you see select a seeded action like hire, you will get seeded action reasons like hire to fill vacant positions or mergers and acquisitions. Okay. If you see higher action, so these are the two reasons for this particular seeded action called hire. Suppose if we select a customized action called hire, so these are the reason that was attached. Okay. So suppose if customer asks you, I want a customized hire and customized reasons. So you have to how to configure the customized reasons for a particular action and associate those reasons to the particular action. Okay, so we'll see now. So these are the main reasons why we need particularly for action reasons, or why we want to create. Suppose you want to have proper across the enterprise, you want to what to call all that people should use common reasons. Okay, for a particular kind of in order to answer why. Okay, they have to go with proper reason. Okay, so everybody should go with one particular process. So in order to make sure the data is consistent, the data quality is consistent, we need to go for action reasons. Okay, and one more thing, accurate workforce analytics. Suppose in order you are preparing a OTBA report. So for a particular OTBA report also, this would be helpful. Okay, we can understand all these things, theoretical stuff. So actions. So core HR, what are the different types of actions? Hire an employee is one action. Add contingent worker is an action. Promote, transfer, change manager, change location, terminate, resign, add or change assignment. So let us take one example. So when we are going to use this action change location, in the last class, we have seen mass updates. So in the mass updates, we have used the action called change location. So when we need to use this action change location, when we got a request from a client saying that I want to change the location of an employee from headquarters to Redwood City. So that is the requirement, and how we are going to fulfill the requirement in our software application. We need to use this action reasons. So before doing this one, the change location action should be there, and proper reasons also should be configured for the change location. Okay, suppose we are having three. Okay, we will go to that one. Generally, we will configure multiple reasons. Okay, maybe we won't be configuring multiple actions, but we will be configuring multiple reasons. So one person will have different reasons, and we want to capture all of them. Okay, configure actions, action reasons. Okay, so configure actions, go to configure actions. So before configuring an action, we need to create action reasons. Okay, so let us take, these are the actions. So promotion, demotion. So somebody has created their own actions. Okay, and what type of action is it? So you cannot see, as we have discussed in the beginning, we cannot, it's a predefined category action type. We cannot create. You can create your customized action, but that customized action should be mapped to the predefined type or category. Okay, let us take an example here. Manager change. So this is the action he has created, but what is the type of action is it? What type of action is it? Underlying what workflow will be triggering for this action? Manager change manager. So this action type will be triggering. Location change. So they want to, instead of change location, they want to call it as a location change or job change, the change employment. So involuntary termination plan, involuntary termination, add employee work relationship or global transfer. So you can create your own actions with the help of action types. So these are the seeded one. So Oracle will give the seeded types. Okay. So here, what is the seeded one? Hire an employee. So you can customize your own name. Instead of hire an employee, you can make it as hire. So transfer means local transfer. So let us take SGM. It's a customized one. So before going to actions, I want to configure action reasons for a particular action type, like location change. So action reasons. So there are so many reasons are there. You can create your own reason. JPMC Oracle restructure. Okay. So you just select JPMC or so this is a code. Okay. Just give this one. This is I have created an action reason. Org restructure. Okay. You can create as many reasons according to the customer requirement. Okay. You can create as many reasons as you want. Okay. And now you can associate this particular reason to a particular action. Or configure action. Okay, now I'm creating my own reason, my own action. JPMs, we will take the data from here also. So I want to take an example of hire part-time. This is the kind of action. Okay. So I want to hire part-time employees and it should be visible and it should be readable for the HR specialist so that they won't do mistakes. Okay. An action code. Okay. And what type of action is it? So I want to hire part-time employees. Okay. Hire part-time. Okay. Let us take, I want to make sure it is an employee. Okay. Hire part-time employee. Okay. So what type of action is this? And where we need to associate this one?
Hiring. Hiring.
So where we need to associate this one? Hire an employee or rehire an employee? Or whether I need to associate this to change location or change employment. So these are the action types, right? So where I need to associate this one, hire part-time employee. So which one is more relevant here? Which workflow we need to associate here? You consider the action type as a workflow. Which workflow is more relevant for hiring a part-time employee? So hire an employee is more relevant, right? Hire an employee. Okay, so now I can use this hire an employee seeded one also, but I want to create my customized action so that while hiring part-time employees, I'll use this customized action. Okay, and I can do particular approval changes or whatever the changes. I can customize that one, and I can customize the reasons also, campus programs. So I can customize the action reasons also. So now description, hire part-time employees. Okay, country. Which country? United States. Okay, so I'm not using any of them. Just I want to associate the reasons. So what is the reason just now I have created? What is the reason I have created? JPMorgan org restructure. Okay, this is one reason. So 1/1/1951. And there is no end date for this one. 1/1/1951. And country, for which country this region should display. If you don't select, it will display for everything. But I want to display for United States. Okay. Or I don't, for every country, it should display. This region should display. You now click on save. So I have created one particular customized action called hire part-time employee, and it is of type hire an employee. Okay. And I've created an action reason before that, and I have associated that reason also. Now click on save. Okay. So I have associated one reason. We can associate multiple reasons. Okay, you can associate multiple reasons. So before associating, just I want to submit this one. Here, I think we have not given start date, right? So when this one will applicable, 1/1/1950. So I have created an action and associated action reason. I have associated only one action reason. Now I want to associate another reason also for the particular customized action. Okay. So what is the reason? Campus program referral agency. So these are the three reasons: campus program, referral, and agencies. I want to create three reasons. And next, what is the referral? Okay, now I have created multiple reasons. 4 reasons I have created. So now I go back to action. So you can associate multiple reasons also. Okay. And now configure actions. So what is the action name I have created? Part-time. Hire part-time employee. Hire part-time. Hire part-time employee. So now I want to associate multiple reasons for this one. Click on associate. So reason. So what is the reason I have created here? Campus program. Start date 1/1/1950. Okay. Now click on save. So for this particular customized action called hire part-time employees, we have created 2 reasons. Now I want to associate another 2 reasons also. Referral. On 1/250. Agency. Okay, now I have associated 3 another actions, 1, 2, 3 for our action, that is customized action called hire part-time employee. Okay, now click on submit. Okay, hire part-time employee. So when you see here, there are so many actions with hire. Okay, to hire part-time employee, this is the action code. So we need to verify whether it is active status or not. Okay, which country. So when we are going to use contracts, there's multiple employees contracts, multiple assignments, multiple contract. There we can use this one or not. If you just make sure you can use this one. Okay. Suppose at this point of time, it is too early to discuss about contracts. So at this point of time, if you want to use your action to visible in contracts also, you just use it as used in contracts or make it no. Okay. Assignment status. So for this particular one, you can associate a default assignment. Okay. So for this particular action, so when you are associating hire, when you are creating an employee using hire part-time employees, you can associate active payroll eligible. Okay. Now click on submit button. Okay. Now I'm going to use the customized action to hire an employee now. Okay. Now just go to hire an employee. So we are hiring a part-time employees. Okay. Now click on continue. So what is the way to hire an employee? This is the action. Okay. This is the action. Here it is displaying, right? Because why it is displaying? So this is of type hire an employee. This action is of type what? This action
Hire
is
an employee.
hire an employee. So all the actions that are of type hire an employee will display under this one. Now you can just select hire part-time employee. And now the reasons will display in Y section. What is the way? What is the way means action. And this is action type. And this is action. And this is action reasons. So when you select this one, so what are the 4 reasons we have created? It's a campus program or org restructure or referral. Hire part-time employee. So we want to say that it's a campus program. Okay. I want to give the reason also properly. How we have hired this particular person is, this particular person was hired with campus program. So just give the business unit, US1 business unit. Okay, let's take it. It's a kind of, okay, I don't want to go with the position because it's a part-time. Just give basic details. So when it comes to worker assignment page, just update the details. This page will load a little bit slow. Okay, so what is the job? So let us take human resource administrator. Okay, particular department, what will the words use? So full-time and part-time. So we are hiring which type of employees? We are hiring an employee of type part-time.
Part-time.
So we are giving here the part-time details. Regular or temporary? Regular only. Regular part-time. Hourly or salary. So depend upon the payroll structure, we will select either hourly or salary. Okay. So now just we are going to click on submit button. So once we click on submit button and after the hire an employee, the transaction got completed. So where we need to go and check whether the customized action is coming or not. And a customized action is coming or not. Where we need to go and check, Jansi?
Transaction.
No, I want to see the name of the customized actions and action results which we have created just now.
Scheduling process. Sir, can you repeat the question, sir?
Okay, so today, in the beginning of the session, I have opened existing employees and I have seen what is the recent action happened on this person record, right? So what,
Yes.
for which work area we need to go in order to identify the recent action and action reason. What happened on this particular person record? What is the recent action happened on this particular person record? Where we need to go? How we need to go? Okay, so I think I'll explain you one more time. So everybody understood, right? What is action type, actions, and action reasons? What is the interlink between all these 3? So action type is of type seeded, means it will be provided by Oracle.
Yes.
Okay. Hire is a seeded action of type hire an employee. Okay, and this is a customized action which we are creating based upon the customer requirement of type hire an employee. Okay, this is of seeded. We cannot create action types. Just remember. Okay, you cannot create action types. We can create your own customized actions based upon action types. And you can create customized action reasons and you can associate the action reasons to your customized actions or seeded actions. So seeded actions you cannot associate action reasons. So the default, 1 second, I want to check one more time. Seeded actions. Student submit hire an employee invalid or location ready. Want with the location. Okay. So I will explain you one more time. Suppose in order to see what is the recent action that was performed on a particular employee record is, we need to go to my client Goose persons management and search with the person number 798. So if you see here, just click on this particular record. Okay, this is a recent action happened on this employee record. Okay. So we need to go with person management and go to employment page, and there we can see the recent action and action reason. So now I have created one employee. So go to transaction console and we will see whether that employee has created or not. So I have created an employee Harvey Specter. Okay, it got failed because of some approvals. Approvals are not bypassed actually. Just we will bypass this one and we will try one more time. So what is the customized action we have created? Hire part-time employee for our client JPMorgan Chase. What is the reason I want to select? So he was hired for this particular employee was being hired using campus program. So I have selected proper action, customized action, and reason also. So in the future reporting purpose, we will come to know, okay, how this particular person got hired. This particular person was hired using campus program. In which business unit? US 1 business unit. Now click on continue. Okay, somebody has changed this one. Okay, anyhow, just I will select only this part-time and all. I don't want to do all these things. Our main topic is we need to go for actions and action reasons. We are done with that. Now just I'll click on submit button. Okay, so now just go to transaction console. Okay, this is the old one. We have created with the same name, right? That's why we got confused. Because it will not, won't go to approvals itself. First of all, we have bypassed the approvals, right? See. So don't get confused. I have used the same name. It was failed because this particular transaction got hired an employee has gone for approvals and it got failed because of people reason, because proper rules were not configured in a proper way. But this particular one I have bypassed the approvals and it went successfully. Okay. So now just I'll go back to home page. Okay. So now just go to person management. What is the name of the employee? Harvey Specter. So this is employee. Okay. Now just we click on this particular link, it will go to employment page. So what is the recent action and action reason? Jansi, what is the action and action reason?
Action is a hired part-time employee. Action reason is a campus program.
Okay, so tomorrow you are a HR specialist and Brahmam is a consultant. So HR specialist has asked Brahmam to create one report out of last month, how many people was hired based upon campus program and how many people was hired based upon a referral and how many people came from normal professional. So how can you segregate, Brahmam? Okay.
Action reasons.
Jansi is a HR officer and she has asked you are a consultant, a HCM consultant. She has asked you in the last month, I want a report. How many people are employed, how many people are hired within that employees, how many people are hired with campus program and referral, and then normal professional drive, walk-in drive. Okay, how will you segregate?
By checking with action reasons.
Yes, very good. So we are going to segregate using action reason and we are going to give the data in terms of analytics. Suppose we have hired 100 employees in the last month. So out of 100 employees, you hired 20 employees as a campus drive and 25 employees as a referral
Agency.
and the remaining employees as a normal walk-in drive. So that we will be having a data analytics so that suppose with a referral, okay, with referral 20 people you have hired. So that's a very good number because referral will take very less time to hire. Whereas campus programs and walk-in drive is a lot of effort we need to put. So that it's a kind of a data point or insight where we can take and improve that areas. So this is the place where action reasons and action, this kind of thing will be helpful in building the reports and making sure the data quality is same across people. Okay. And how he was hired. So we need to know what is the reason for a particular action. Suppose you have transferred one particular employee and you have not kept the proper reason, or you have promoted one particular employee and you have not kept proper reason. After a certain period of time, you lack the proper quality of the data. You don't know why you have promoted, because at that time you have promoted, you have done the transaction, everything is done, but you have not given a proper reason. So you lose proper insights there. So always I prefer, because at this point of time we have not discussed action reasons, we have not selected this one, but going forward, whatever the transaction you are doing, you do it in a proper realistic way. You proper create one action reason and associate with the action, and then only do that one. Okay.
Yes.
And one more thing, I think we can associate action reasons for existing actions also. These are seeded actions. Second, let's go to. So this is a seeded data, seeded action. So mergers and acquisitions and hire to fill vacant position. You can associate more reasons for existing seeded data also. So I added a referral reason also for our seeded data. Now click on submit. Now click on home button. So if you click on hire an employee, so earlier for hire we used to get only 2 action reasons. So now it should come 3. So now earlier we used to have seeded reasons are hire to fill vacant position and mergers and acquisitions. Now referral is also coming. So you can associate action reasons to seeded actions as well as custom actions. Okay, but you cannot create a custom action type. So this is action type given by Oracle. Okay. Okay, team, if you have any queries in actions types, actions and action reasons, you can ask.
Action type is always seeded, no, sir?
Yes, action type is always seeded. You cannot change that. So action type, see, in order to change approvals, we need to go to the action type. We need to search for the action type in the approvals. Okay. I'll share you this document also, just to go through one by one. Okay. These are the action types: hire an employee, add contingent worker, add pending worker, promotion, transfer, assignment change, manager change. Based upon that, we can associate our customized actions. Okay. What is meant by seeded actions? Customized actions. What is a key attribute? Action code. If you no longer want to use this action, just we can delete that one. Okay. Just we made it as end date. Okay. If you don't want to delete, you don't want to do that one, just go to here, my client groups. Workforce structures. To configure actions. Suppose we have created one action called as hire part-time employee, right? So now I don't want to use that one and I want to stop that one. So instead of, because already we have hired few people with the particular action, so we don't want to delete. Already if you hire that, if you have used that action for hiring an employee, you cannot delete that one. Okay. So hire part-time. So what you have to do here, you just end that action. So here what is 1231 12 means 4712. Okay. So 4712. So just do the end action by doing end date. Okay. This is also one of the important interview question. If you don't want to use any kind of action, you just close with end date. Suppose let us take 2025. 2025. So December 31st, 2025. Click on submit. You can't link it to the action and action because action usage end date must be before the action end date. Action usage. Okay, we already hired one particular employee with that action, right? So that's why it is throwing error. So before, what you have to do is, so let us take instead of 2020 4712, 2026. So it is future date, end date is there. Means by end of this year, I'm going to close this particular action. Okay, customized action. Now click on submit button. See, some issue is there. Just 1 second. We will see the action end date. Okay, for everything they are taking the same end date. Okay, so 1231. We will use the same thing only. So for everything, they are using same standard end date. We will use the same thing, 12/31/4/7/1. Okay. So you just to take this as a kind of example, you just to do the proper practice. Okay. I'm going to add this one in our website. We just go through that one. Okay. Okay, team. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can wind up.
Sir, what is that error, sir? I'm not able to connect.
You need to answer me. You are doing from 1 year, right?
Sir?
You are doing it from 1 year. Actions you are not new for like Jansi or Patel. You have to answer, right? What is the error?
Action usage date must be with the action end date
What
is
is the
coming.
error? So Oracle will use the end date for all of them like 12/31/2047/12. So start date and end date. You just go with that one. So maybe we associated these reasons and all with the same end dates, right? And we are ending this action usage before that, and the reasons are longer. So we have to be consistent across all the places. Action reasons, end date, action end date, everything would be consistent. So that's the reason it takes one start date as 1/1/1951 and one end date as 12/31/4/7/1. Okay. So in real time we don't play with end dates and all. Just we will take the same standard end date. Okay. Okay, Chim. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, sir.